Don Giovanni by Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart. The synopsis is presented by Opera Insight, the online opera guide. The roles: Don Giovanni, a licentious young nobleman. Leporello, servant of Don Giovanni. Commendatory, member of an order of chivalry. Donna Anna, daughter of the commendatory. Donna Tavio, fiancée of Donna Anna. Donna Elvira, a lady of Burgos. Zelina, a peasant girl. Masato, groom of Zelina. At midnight outside the commendatory's house, Leporello waits in front of the house for Don Giovanni. His master is once again in a woman's bedroom and Leporello has to be a lookout. Don Giovanni appears. He is in a hurry. Donna Anna calls after him, wants to know his name. The noise awakens the commendatory, the father of Donna Anna. He understands the situation and he goes after the seducer with a sword. In a duel, Don Giovanni stabs him. Donna Anna's fiancé Donna Tavio appears. Horrified, he sees a dead body, and Donna Anna wants Donna Tavio to avenge her father. Leporello and Don Giovanni are on the road in Sevilla. Leporello accuses Don Giovanni of leading the life of a scoundrel. Don Giovanni waves off, because the next conquest is imminent. His unerring sense tells him that there is a woman nearby. Donna Elvira actually appears. She is a woman from Burgos who has been seduced and abandoned by Don Giovanni and is looking for him. Don Giovanni does not recognize her and speaks to her. She recognizes him. After the jealous scene, Don Giovanni leaves the unfortunate. Leporello advises her to forget Don Giovanni because she is not his first and will not be his last conquest. With relish he reads aloud from his register of conquests that Don Giovanni already had over 2,000 lovers. Donna Elvira recognizes the hopelessness of the situation and swears revenge. Days later, in a village in Andalusia, near the castle of Don Giovanni. Meanwhile, Don Giovanni is already at the next conquest. He meets a wedding party and sees a pretty bride. He addresses the couple. He quickly contrives a ruse. He orders Leporello to entertain the company nobly at their castle, during which he can seduce the bride Zelina unhurriedly. Her future husband Masato smells the rat, but Zelina assures him that he doesn't have to be afraid. Masato is upset but accepts his fate and goes with Leporello and the wedding party to Don Giovanni's castle. Zelina and Don Giovanni are for themselves. Don Giovanni explains to Zelina that it would be too bad if she gave herself to a peasant bumpkin and promises her marriage and a life together in the castle. Zelina suspects a ruse, but finally gets involved. Donna Elvira has observed the scene and warns Zelina from Don Giovanni. He claims that the lady is only a jealous woman. Elvira urges her to flee. She takes Zelina by the arm and they go off. Donna Anna and Donna Tavio appear. The two are in search of the unknown murderer and ask Don Giovanni of all people for help. Donna Elvira intervenes and tells about Don Giovanni's machinations. When Donna Anna and Donna Tavio are alone, Anna tells him about the night when she thought it was him who was visiting her in the bedroom. It dawns on them that Don Giovanni is the commendatory's murderer. In Don Giovanni's castle, Don Giovanni has returned to the castle. Leporello informs him that Elvira has enlightened the whole wedding party about him. Leporello subsequently succeeded in getting Elvira out of the castle. Don Giovanni praises him and looks forward to the evening conquests. Leporello led the company into the ballroom. Don Giovanni is alone in the garden with Zelina. Masato has hidden and watches as Don Giovanni wanted to kiss Zelina. He comes out of hiding. Cleverly, Giovanni claims he only wanted to lead her to her husband. Tavio, Anna and Elvira have meanwhile appeared masked in the castle. Leporello, who has not recognized them, invites them into the dance hall. The party begins with a dance. Leporello succeeds in distracting Masato, and Don Giovanni brings Zelina into a bedroom. Suddenly screams Masato and Donna Tavio rush to help. Don Giovanni comes out seizing Leporello by the collar. He accuses him of having been pushy to Zelina. Nobody believes him. The party is over and the guests leave the castle in outrage. The next day, Leporello and Don Giovanni are in front of an inn. Leporello wants to leave Don Giovanni for good. Things are getting too hot for him. Don Giovanni manages to appease him with a few doubloons. Don Giovanni's credo is, he who is faithful to only one, is cruel to others. It is already evening and his next planned conquest is Donna Elvira's maid. First, Donna Elvira has to be lured out of the house. When she appears on the balcony, Leporello puts on Don Giovanni's clothes and mimes the repentant Don Giovanni. The plan works and Donna Elvira comes down to Leporello alias Don Giovanni. Don Giovanni hides and frightens the two of them, disguised as highwaymen. Leporello flees with Donna Elvira. The way is clear for Don Giovanni, who serenades the maid. But he is interrupted by Masito, who is searching the roads to Don Giovanni with armed farmers. Don Giovanni, dressed in the clothes of his servant, pretends to be Leporello. He sends the armed peasants on the trail of Leporello and Don Elvira and keeps Masito with him, whom he then beats up vigorously. He is found by Zelina, who lovingly patches him up. Leporello and Donna Elvira have arrived in a courtyard. There Ottavio and Donna Anna appear. A little later, Masito and Zelina also show up. Don Ottavio and Masito want to kill the supposed Don Giovanni, but to their astonishment Donna Elvira defends him. To save his skin, Leporello reveals himself and the confused avengers let him go. Don Ottavio now believes he has enough evidence to take revenge. At the cemetery, when Leporello and his master meet again, they suddenly hear the voice of the dead commendatory. Don Giovanni suspects that someone wants to play a trick on them. There they see the statue of the commendatory. Leporello reads the inscription, "Here I await heaven's vengeance upon a vile assassin." Leporello is seized by fear and Don Giovanni invites the statue to dinner for fun. The statue nods. Don Giovanni also suddenly feels insecure. The next day in Don Giovanni's castle, he sits at the table and eats with a barbaric appetite. Donna Elvira appears. One last time she tries to persuade Don Giovanni to change his life. Don Giovanni chases her mockingly away. When Donna Elvira leaves the castle, they hear her scream. There's a knock at the door. Leporello is seized by the fear of death, because the stone commendatory is in the house. He has come to dine with Don Giovanni. Giovanni orders Leporello to set the table, but the commendatory wants him to come with him. Don Giovanni doesn't want to be a coward and agrees. The commendatory demands his hand and when Don Giovanni stretches it out, he grabs it with icy force. The stone commendatory asks him to repent, but Don Giovanni only calls him a silly old man. Don Giovanni is drawn into the abyss by underground furies. And now everyone comes to the castle and Leporello tells what happened. Everyone is happy about the revenge of the stone guest. Everyone's making new plans. Leporello wants to look for a new master. Donna Anna and Don Ottavio want to marry and Donna Elvira wants to enter a monastery. All are singing the moral of the story. This is fate of miscreants.